Friends, welcome to Biology Made Easy. There are several genetic disorders in case of human beings. In some of the videos, already we have discussed some of the Mendelian disorders. But today in this video, we will discuss the different chromosomal disorders. That means when there is any disorder in the chromosomes of human beings, it will lead to different types of diseases, different types of syndromes, different types of symptoms. So what are these that we'll discuss today? All of you know that the human being has 46 chromosomes, out of which there are 44 autosomes and 2 sex chromosomes. If these sex chromosomes will be 2X, then it will be female. And if it will be 44 plus X and Y, then it will be male. That means when there will be spermatogenesis or oogenesis in case of males and females, what will happen? Usually the gametes will be during oogenesis, the eggs which will be produced, they will be 22 plus X, and this side also it will be 22 plus X. And in case of males, it will be 22 plus X, and in another 22 plus Y. These are the types of X and but sometimes during meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, when during anaphase there is a separation of the chromosomes. Suppose a pair of chromosomes will not separate, there will be non-disjunction. Suppose there will be non-disjunction, that means there will be no separation. It may be either in anaphase 1 or it may be in anaphase 2. So in that case, what will happen? It may so happen that towards one side, that 22 chromosomes will not move, only 21 chromosomes will move, and to the other side, 23 chromosomes will move. And then there will be X chromosome. So in that case, what will happen? Suppose to one side 21 plus X will move, and to the other side 23 plus X will move. That means there is a difference. So when this will fertilize with a normal one, what will happen? It will give rise to 45 plus 2 X chromosomes, or it will give rise to Y, it will be X, Y. That is a 45 plus 2. It may happen with the sex chromosome, or it may happen with the autosomes. So when there is any increase or decrease of one chromosome, it may be autosome or it may be sex chromosome, it will lead to aneuploidy. And when there is one extra chromosome, that is 2n plus 1, it is known as trisomy, and when it is 2n minus 1, it is known as monosomy. And this may take place either due to autosome or it may take place due to the sex chromosome. But in either case, certain abnormalities occur in human beings which are known as chromosomal disorders. So what are these chromosomal disorders? Let us start. So one of the chromosomal disorders is Down syndrome. The first one that we'll discuss is Down syndrome. Down syndrome. Now this Down syndrome is named after the name of the physician, name of the doctor, and that is known as Langdon Down and 866. So according to his name, it is known as Down syndrome. Now in this Down syndrome, what happens? One of the autosomes is extra. And what is that number? That number is the 21st chromosome. That means Down syndrome is autosomal. It is autosomal. It is a case of trisomy. That means the extra chromosome is due to that autosome. And this is also known as Mangolism, or it is also known as Mongolian idiocy. So in this case, the total number of chromosomes is one extra. That means it will be 47. It will be 47 chromosomes. So these 47 chromosomes, it is 45 plus 2 sex chromosome. So this extra autosome is the 21st one. That means the 21st chromosome, it should be present in a pair, that means 2. But here it is 3. It becomes 3. That is why this abnormality occurs. So it is an autosomal trisomy. One chromosome is extra. So this occurs due to abnormality during the meiosis 1 or meiosis 2. Now, if this will happen, then what will be the different symptoms? So the different symptoms are the first one is short stature. That means the height of the person will be very less. Then the second point is mental retardedness. It may be also a very severe mental retardedness may take place. Then there is a partially open mouth. Partially open mouth with a protruding tongue, which is again forward. With a protruding tongue, which is forward. That is also forward. Then the another important point is palm is broad. Palm is broad with the creases in all directions. So what is the meaning of this? Usually the size of the palm is very big and there will be different creases, that means different lines in different directions with some foldings. So that is known as the palm is broad with the creases in all directions. Then another is it is also the chance of leukemia is more. Then another point is no sexual maturity, and this next point is there is a deformed ears. The ears are also deformed. So these are some of the symptoms. Now another important point with respect to this Down syndrome is when the age of the mother increases, the chance of this Down syndrome is there also increases. That means the probability of Down syndrome increases with the age of the mother. Let us give some examples. Suppose at the age of 20, the mother will give birth to a child. Then this is age and this is chance. So the chance is 1 in 2000. Then the chance is very less. In 2000 births, only one chance is there. But when this age will be 30, then the chance is 1 in 900. When the age is 40, the chance is 1 in 100. And when the age of a mother still increases, Suppose the age of the mother is 44, then it will be 1 in 40. That means the probability of children born with Down syndrome will increase. That means with the greater the age of the mother, the chance of the Down syndrome increases. That is why after a particular stage, after 30-35 years, the mother should not give chance to give birth to offsprings, because this probability is there. So this is about the Down syndrome. Now let us discuss the second one. The second one is KLINEFELTER'S syndrome. So the KLINEFELTER'S syndrome, that is also named after the Dr. H.F. KLINEFELTER, who was examining some patients, and he found that the patients were male, but they are suffering from feminism. So the second one that we will discuss is KLINEFELTER'S syndrome. It was first reported by Dr. H.F. KLINEFELTER when he was examining some of the patients. Now in this case, what happens? They will discuss the cause, why it happens. Now here it is due to trisomy. It is also due to trisomy, but here the trisomy is due to sex chromosome. It is due to sex chromosome. This is the only difference. In case of Down syndrome, that was also trisomy, but that was due to autosome. But here it is also trisomy, but this is due to sex chromosome. That means in this case, one X chromosome is extra. So that in this case, what will happen? There will be 44. There will be 44 autosomes, and the sex chromosome will be X, X, and Y. So that the 44 into 3 is coming to 47. Then you may ask, how it happens? Usually it happens again during this spermatogenesis in case of males and oogenesis in females. It may happen during the meiosis 1 or meiosis 2. If we'll give some examples how actually it takes place due to non-disjunction, then we'll see. Now let us take one case where there is a non-disjunction in male. What is happening? Let us see. So in this case, let us take one male and one female. Now the male will be the sex chromosome will be XY, and the female will be the sex chromosome will be XX. Now here the sperms will be X and Y, and here the sperms the ova will be X and X. Sorry, here there will be non-disjunction. Since here there is a non-disjunction, this will be X and Y, and this will be nothing, because to one pole nothing will go. Now if fusion will take place, what is happening you see. Now if this will fuse with this, it will be XXY. If this will fuse with this, it will be again XXY. If this will fuse with this, it will be X and 0, because no chromosome is there. Again if this will fuse with this, it will be X and 0. Now these two are examples of KLINEFELTER'S syndrome. KLINEFELTER syndrome, while these two are examples of Turner's syndrome, which we will discuss after this one. So these two are Klinefelter syndrome and these two are Turner syndrome. So you see, due to non-disjunction in case of male, that is both the sex chromosomes are going to one pole and to the other pole there is no sex chromosome. So when it will fertilize, there will be no sex chromosome, only one that is coming from the mother. But here there are two X and one Y. This is the non-disjunction in case of male. Suppose the same thing will happen in case of female. Now let us take non-disjunction in female. So let us take the example of here female and male. So male will be XY and female will be double X. Now suppose here there will be non-disjunction because non-disjunction female. So both the X will come to one side, the other side nothing, 0. And here it will be X and it will be Y. Now when there will be fertilization, now when this will fertilize with this one, here double X, there is one X. Now this will be triple X. This will be triple X. And when it is triple X, it is super female. It is super female and this female will be very much taller. But it will look like the normal female, but super female. Now if this will combine with this one, it will be double X and Y. So you see here double X and Y is Klinefelter syndrome. So this will be Klinefelter syndrome. Now if this will fuse with the X, this will fuse with the X, now it will be only single X there and one is not there. This is a Turner syndrome. This is Turner syndrome. And if this will fuse with this will be YO. But this is not viable. It is not viable. Not viable. Because there is no X chromosome. So you see, whether there is a non-disjunction in case of female, there is a chance of Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome. If there is a non-disjunction in case of a male, there is also chance of Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome. So we are discussing the Klinefelter syndrome, then we will go to the Turner syndrome. But this is very important and easily you can guess what will happen. Now, what are the different symptoms of this Klinefelter syndrome? Let us discuss. Now, among the different symptoms, one is the symptoms. The first symptom is here 2X and 1Y is there. That means since X and Y is there, the person is male but with feminized characters. With feminized characters. Because 2X chromosomes are there. So this is important. Number 2, though the person is male, but you will find enlarged breast. Then the testis is small in size. And another important point, the male will be infertile. And another important point is poor beard growth. That means in the face, beard will not grow at all. So these are the another feature is also the tall stature. So from all these characters, you can guess that the person is male, but will develop certain feminized characters and is infertile. So these are the important symptoms of Klinefelter syndrome. Now let us discuss the third one. The third one is a Down syndrome, about which already you have some idea. So the third one is that is the Turner syndrome. Now here the Turner syndrome, it is also named after the scientist Turner, 1938. That means all the syndromes, they are named after the particular scientist or doctor. Now what is the cause of this? Now here it is due to monosomy. The earlier two cases that we have discussed are trisomy, but this is monosomy. And in monosomy, what happens? 2n minus 1. That is one chromosome is less. And this less chromosome is sex chromosome. It is sex chromosome. And particularly it is X chromosome. That is one X chromosome is less. That is why the genotype is 44 plus X, and the second X is not there. This type. That means this is the genotype of the Turner syndrome. So how it arises? Already we have discussed here how this XO is coming Turner syndrome due to non-disjunction either in the female side or in the male side. That already we have discussed. Now what are the different symptoms? Now one of the symptoms is this is the main reason. The Turner syndrome is the main reason for miscarriages, or you can tell abortion. That is one of the very important things. Now the second one is the infertile, because only one X chromosome is there, so fertility will be very less. Then uterus is small. Then poor development of breast, and another is important point is webbed neck. Webbed, that means the neck size will be broader, and also you will find in the back side there is very thin hairline. That is there, but this is also important point. And another is the less developed secondary sexual characters. The secondary sexual characters are not well developed. So these are the different symptoms in case of Turner syndrome. So we have discussed the Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome, where it is due to aneuploidy, either due to trisomy or due to monosomy. There is another point that is present in Y chromosome that I will give a brief idea. That is hypertrichosis. So this is this Y chromosome linked. It is Y chromosome linked. That means the gene is present in the Y chromosome. Or you can tell that it is due to Holandric genes. So what is symptom of this disease? Usually you will find long hairs in the ear pinna. Long hairs in ear pinna. So since it is present in Y chromosome, this is mostly found in case of males. That means it moves from father to son and then to grandson. That means this character hypertrichosis moves only in the male side because it is present in the Y chromosome. So these are some of the disorders found in case of human mix. Now let us discuss some MCQs. So let us discuss the MCQs. So one MCQ we can write the genotype of a boy having sexual characters of a girl is the genotype of a boy having sexual characters of a girl is one choice XX, then second choice XXY, third choice X0, and the fourth choice X, Y and Y. This is one question. Now let us discuss the second question. The second question is waved neck, and this question was asked in PMT, and waved neck is characteristic of one choice XXY male, second choice XY male, third choice XO female, X0 female, and the fourth choice XXX female. And this question was asked in AIMS. Now let us discuss also a third question. Mongolian syndrome is caused by first choice extra autosome, second choice extra sex chromosome, third choice extra chromosome in 21st autosomal pair, and the fourth choice is gene mutation. This question was asked in AFMC. So this type of questions are usually asked in all types of national examinations. I hope now you have a very clear understanding about the different chromosomal disorders, whether it is Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, or Turner syndrome, or it may be hypertrichosis. So thank you very much for watching the video. God bless you. Have a good day.